My name is Jennifer. My boyfriend Max and I live together. We've always had a great relationship. But all that changed when Max killed our dog. Let me rewind a bit. Max and I met in college. We were both studying history, and so we had a lot of classes together. When I first saw him in class, I always thought he was kind of cute. Max had blonde hair and green eyes, and he was always answering the teacher's questions. He knew the answers to everything and was probably the smartest person at our school. I always admired him, but never really found a chance to talk to him. One day in class, we were given a project to complete by the end of the semester, and we had to do them in pairs. Max was not in class that day, and I arrived late to class, so everyone was already partnered up in their groups. Luckily, I got paired with Max, since both of us didn't have partners. My heart jumped. I was so excited to work on this project with him. I couldn't stop thinking of us hanging outside of class, maybe grabbing dinner together, maybe even kissing late at night. The next day, we met after class to get started on the project. I was nervous at first, but Max said that this project was going to be easy. He already did all the research and decided what the project was going to be about. Typical Max. As we got farther along in the project, I didn't really do much. He actually took control of the entire project. He prepared the presentation, all of the notes, and did all the research. It wasn't really like how I imagined. I thought we'd spend our nights laughing and talking about stuff outside of school. But our meetings were short. He rarely made eye contact with me, and since he already did most of the work, I didn't have anything to do. On the last day of class, Max presented our project we'd been working on all semester. I thought he did a great job, as usual, but the teacher actually asked him a few really hard questions that he didn't know the answer to. I could sense that he was feeling really down and upset about how it went. After the presentation, I tried to cheer him up, and I told him, I thought you did a great job presenting, and I'm sure the teacher was just being extra hard on you since she knows you're so smart. He looked at me and said, I think she's just jealous of me and felt threatened that I knew more than she did. I was pretty surprised by his answer. I knew he was smart, but I never thought he would be this full of himself. He could sense that I was uncomfortable, so he quickly changed the subject, and to my surprise, he asked, Hey, do you want to grab a coffee sometime after class? That was our first date. Fast forward, we now live together and adopted a dog named Dottie. We adopted Dottie as a puppy, and she was very close to us. She would climb into bed and sleep with us. We would take her on trips to the dog park, and she loved all of our friends and family. She had a wonderful life with us. My life felt complete. I was in a relationship with my college crush, and we had a cute dog together. My perfect life would all change when Max accidentally killed her dog. One day, Max took Dottie out for a walk to the park. He came home hours later without Dottie. I asked him what happened. He had a pretty blank look on his face, and he told me that he didn't put a leash on Dottie, and she ran away trying to chase a squirrel. He said he looked around the neighborhood for a few hours, but then gave up and came home. I panicked. I told him, we have to go look for her now. But he did something really strange. He said, I'm gonna go grab a drink with some friends. You can go look for her by yourself. And then he left. Over the next few days, I hung up posters with pictures of Dottie, and every night I would search for Dottie around the dog park. I even called the police and animal services. I was so desperate to find Dottie, but it was like Max didn't even care. Every night while I was looking, he was out with his friends drinking, partying, or playing games. And every time I tried to talk to him about it, he would get defensive and yell, it wasn't my fault, then storm out of the house. I got a call one night. Someone found Dottie dead on the side of the road. She'd been hit by a car. I broke down and cried. It felt like I had no one by my side anymore. The next few nights, I just cried alone in my room while Max was out, and soon my sadness turned into anger. Anger towards Max for being so irresponsible, for not caring, and for not even saying sorry. Now I'm left with nobody to turn to, and I'm not sure if Max is even going to come home anymore. What could be going on with him? Why is he acting this way? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe.